at some point this year, next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But yeah. Tua goes out there, my kids love me, I'm rich, I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, like, dude, like, the Dolphins press conferences make it way worse. Like, if I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Knockaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Hour number 3 of our 3.5 hour extravaganza, depending on how well the football game lasts. Scott and Gabe, we got a whole bunch of football. We got obviously the baseball. Do have some hockey games here starting, at least one anyway. Another one starts in about a half hour game. So Carolina at Anaheim. I've been riding this Anaheim train. I'm going to play them tonight. They're getting odds. They're actually 14-6. Don't ask why. Their last 20 games against Carolina, which is kind of weird. 2 teams split the 2 games last season, so Anaheim's showing a little ability to beat Carolina for whatever reason. They're 2-1, so give me the Ducks. Where are you going?
I'm going to go over 1.5 in the first period of this hockey game. Both these teams have both played 3 games. They're combined 2-1 to the over each, so 4-2 to the over. I think there'll be goals in this game. Carolina haven't lost yet this year. I think the Ducks could be a live dog in this game. But I like the over 1.5 in the first period. And you know what? I do like the Ducks plus 1.5, getting minus 160. I wouldn't be surprised if this game went to overtime at like 3-3 or something like that. And this is the first parlay I'm going to play, Scott. Normally I don't do these because, you need 2 teams to win. But I am going to take both favorites to win tonight. The Boston Bruins have been off to a good start this year, but they really haven't played anybody. And so the Bruins, this is the toughest team that they played so far this year. They beat Washington in the first game, but after that, the schedule has been kind of favorable and soft for them. So this is going to be a tough spot for them in Vegas tonight. And the Pittsburgh Penguins and the LA Kings, the Kings have played a super tough schedule, everybody. The Kings have played like tough teams on a nightly basis. This is going to sort of a, get right spot for the LA Kings tonight. So money line parlay, Scott, to win, LA Kings to win plus 112.
All right. I'll throw a Jack Eichel point prop at you with the Vegas-Boston game. He's a Massachusetts native, always plays well against the Bruins, 20 points, 7 goals, 13 assists in 20 career games against Boston. Never ended up there for whatever reason, but I think in the first of a 3-game series, 3 games in 4 days for the Boston Bruins on the West Coast. So little gauntlet there for Boston. I'll lay off the game, but give me Eichel over 0.5 point. And then I like Anaheim, as I mentioned. Crosby passed Steve Yzerman, by the way, last game for 9th on the all-time points or assist list, 1,065. How about that? I think this Pittsburgh team, I know they're 2-2. That's not bad, but I think they're going to be bad this year. So I would fade them. I'll take the Kings, even at just basically minus, what's FanDuel have them at now? Minus 2-1. So you got to play them in regulation.
I think the Penguins, they're not going to make the playoffs, right? They're a poorly constructed team. They're lucky that Crosby's loyal and doesn't want out, that he's willing to ride out his career there, it seems. And we'll see if that changes. But I think they'll be around a 500 team, right? So I don't think they're an automatic fade every night. I think this is kind of a bad spot for them just because the Kings need a win, and the Kings have been playing tough teams. But I think there'll be some spots where we can take the Pittsburgh Penguins. Surprised to see the Islanders are winning right now. And the second half of the football game has started. And I can't believe this. I'm looking at my plays right now, and I kind of quietly have 15 bets going on in this Bengal game right now. So I just took Jamar Chase over 10.5 receptions. He was at 7 at the half. And we came back from the break. We were talking to hockey. You can't make this up, Scott. He's already got 2 catches in the second half already.
Yeah.
They're just throwing to him every play.
Dead on. Yeah, we were absolutely dead on with that as far as him getting the ball thrown his way. You're right. Oddly enough, he's not, I won't say close, but he's not at his yardage total, Gabe. He's only got 69 yards.
No, there's a lot of quick hits. But I like this, that they're just get on the ball, quick hit, quick hit. So what's his number now? They froze it right now. And for the record, guys, I took Jonnu Smith. We already got Cash Smith to score a touchdown, but he's got 3 catches. His prop is 4.5 right now. You can bet it because the Bengals have the ball. There's another one for Chase. This is getting stupid now with Chase.
When
so
do
the
you
new
start
prop,
saying
Scott,
if you're Pittsburgh?
13.5 right now, plus 130 to the over. He's at 10 right now already. How do we not take the plus 130?
Yeah. It's a rare time where I usually go yardage over receptions, but not now. Not with Chase tonight.
I just put it in.
The yards aren't there. Yeah, keep going.
I can't believe.
Yeah, you know what?
This might be the quickest we've ever hit a second half prop bet that I took him over. We took him over receptions, and he's there already. On the. Yeah. Did he just catch one again? Is this him again? Wow. It's him again, Scott.
Again.
Dude, every play. This is like schoolyard. Like you said, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're a professional football team. I get that he's Jamar Chase, but it's Joe Flacco throwing him the ball. They're trolling you now, Scott, like with Jamar Chase. They're running the same play over and over, and you can't stop it.
I mean, he's got 11 receptions. What do you have, 7 at half? He's got 4 receptions already.
I just got the bet in at 13.5. Let's see if I can win this bet on this drive. Let's see if I can win this bet on this drive. There's 3 more.
Yeah. I mean,
do they throw it to him again here? Or they ran the ball this time?
Well, they're giving you 15 receptions at plus 134. He's got 11 already. You're telling me he's not going to get 4 receptions the rest of this game, the way he's been playing? I mean,
and in a bad year, too, why not let him try to break records or whatever? If it gets to that point where it's just we're going to, you're going to get 22 catches tonight. You'll have a game to remember the rest of your life. We're going to break a record with you.
It's one of those.
Look, I got the 13.5, Scott. I got the 13.5 at plus 130. It's now 13.5 minus 150.
Yeah.
Big swing.
How about that? I would take the 15 on FanDuel plus 130. It's one of those things where it's the perfect storm, plus 152. Because I can see Pittsburgh, I don't agree with this, but I can see Pittsburgh saying, all right, he's got 100 yards. He's got 5,000 receptions, but we're keeping him in front of us. Don't get beat, guys. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Let him kick a field goal, whatever.
Sort of like the Jordan rules was. Remember the Jordan rules was basically whatever. Let him score 60 and don't let him pass anyone.
Everybody else. Yeah, exactly. So I would go as high as they'll give you. Right now, they're giving you as many as 15 receptions. But to think he's not going to get 4 more, hell, even if they change their defense, he can get 4 more. Even if they all of a sudden had the epiphany of this guy's, beating us here. I still think he gets 4 more.
Oh, they just completed a pass to someone else. It's a shock.
Wow. First and goal at the Pittsburgh 8. What is it about Thursday night games for Mike Tomlin?
This would help that over too, Scott. The 49.5. I took it at the half as well. We were talking with Brady. I don't know if you jumped in on the over again, but I took the over 49.5 in this game. This would help. And this would help you and I's Aaron Rodgers passing yard props. We get up by 14 here. This is a good spot.
Yes. They really won't be running. So Tomlin on Thursday night road games, 2-8 straight up, 3-7 against the spread. Divisional games Thursday night, 0-8, 1-7 against the spread. And then just overall combined on Thursdays, Pittsburgh 5-18 straight up, 9-14 against the spread. I mean, I like Tomlin, but that's a mark of, like, if that was a bad head coach, if that was Zach Taylor, we'd be yelling and screaming about how Zach Taylor can't coach. You know, you're being asked to coach these games on Thursdays. You're being asked to get these guys motivated, get them mentally, physically prepared to play on short rest. And that tells me he doesn't get the job done.
Something that Brady said, we don't really have time for a debate about it, but when he said that he thinks Tomlin's a great leader of men. I can't help but think there's not a team with more psychopaths and like head cases like than that team.
I thought the same thing.
I was like, I'm going to let it go. He's giving his pick, but I'm thinking, AB, Pickens, I can't even keep up. Like, dude, there's a million of them. The Canadian kid, what's his name? Clay Brooks, I could go on and on, dude. Like, if we really want to talk about it, I think you and I agree, Wetzel. I can make a list. He's not a great leader of men. No. He's good enough finishing above under 500.
At some point next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But Tua goes out there, my kids love me. I'm rich. I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, the Dolphins press conferences make it way worse. Like, if I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Knockaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all three Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe starting to get down to the nitty-gritty here. Yeah, we got a few more innings, but my over 3.5, which I just absolutely loved. Scherzer went over his...
You got Scherzered.
Yeah, he went over his outs prop. He's in the fifth inning. We do have a runner on
what
first
about
base.
Strikeouts?
A little something.
What's he at with his strikeouts?
He's got to have at least 5. Every time I see him, he's walking around.
No, he's got 3. So for bettors out there, he's right on the number. He's got 3. But I got to be honest. Listen, if like his box, this is his box score, Scott. 4 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 home run allowed, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Dude did his job, man. That's what they paid him for tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what he does now, and if he can actually go, 6-7 innings, knowing they play again tomorrow, that
it
really
almost comes up.
Well.
Almost, it sounds crazy, but it almost comes up now that he would be the one up in a game 7. I think.
We have to figure, right? Yeah, we have to figure it out. What do we? Let's see. Today is Thursday.
They don't even know who's pitching tomorrow.
Friday.
Who's pitching? They don't know. Like. Do they go back to Gossman tomorrow already, or do you go with Chris Bassett?
Bassett hasn't pitched though, right? This postseason?
No, and it's same with Scherzer.
So
it's like you're going to roll the dice again and try to get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, I would go with Gossman if I was them. You've got a 2. You tie this 2-2. They haven't won the game yet, but I'm just saying if you win, you tie 2-2, Scott. Roll out Gossman, try to get the 3-2 lead, and worry about it when you get back home to Toronto after.
Yeah.
Because you still have your Savage as well. You're not pitching your Savage, the kid on the road tomorrow.
No.
He pitched in game 2. It's got to be So you go with Gossman or a bullpen game? I'm going with Gossman, bro. If I'm the Jays, I'm going with Gossman. This is why I'm paying the guy $40 million a year. I'm going with Gossman.
Yeah. Scherzer might say no because he's a one-year guy, so he might just say,
he did that to the Dodgers. That's why Walker Buehler pitched like on 3 days rest twice in a series, and his arm fell off.
Because game
always
7
held that
would be
against
Monday.
Scherzer.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'd have time then. So
it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He'd only have 3 days rest. He's not going to pitch. There's no way he would pitch. And he won't even come out of the bullpen, right?
So that's it for him, right? That's it.
Hey,
this
Max,
is it for Scherzer.
Can you give me like 2 innings out of the bullpen, Max?
Yeah, I would say yeah. Look, I looked it up today, Scott. The Toronto Star had Chris Bassett saying, "I told them I'm good to go. I'm ready to pitch."
Wow.
Maybe they don't agree.
Scherzer got his 4th strikeout.
There it is.
So he's going to hit everything. He's hitting strikeouts and he's hitting his outs props. A guy I wasn't sure was
son of a gun just went 5 full innings, Scott. 15 outs.
Unbelievable.
1-run baseball.
How did they know?
Now the Jays are now you like you said too. It's almost like the Jays now. It's like screw the bullpen. Let's just leave him in here and we'll keep all of our other pitchers. Because Scherzer won't pitch again anyways.
Yeah. And you have a 4-run lead. It's not like it's a 1 or even 2-run lead where you could get hurt. I mean,
he's only at 74 pitches too. He was at 29 pitches in the first inning. Here he is at 74 only. Those numbers that I read totally played to form, didn't they? First inning, rest of game. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Amazing. How did they know, Gabe? I mean, that line had no business being 7.5. I mean, the guy has been pitching awful. And he hasn't pitched in nearly a month. And in his last 5-6 starts, his ERA is close to 7.
And they roll him out in a must-win game.
They roll him out a must-win game, and
he hasn't pitched in a month. We should know. No, he hasn't pitched in a month either. So they totally were like,
he hasn't pitched in a month.
But he pitched in simulated games, so they've seen his stuff and trusted his stuff. And my guess is they don't fully trust Bassett's stuff for whatever reason. But Bassett's making big money, and he's a real pitcher. Like I don't know. Like I'll try to dig it up and see what their plan is. Like I said, so. Do you go with Gossman? When did this series started on Sunday? Right? So Gossman pitched on Sunday. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He's got 4 days rest, bro. He could pitch on Friday.
Go tomorrow. Yeah. Wow. Could you imagine them taking a 3-2 lead heading back home? They might say, you know what? We'll play in Seattle. Don't worry about it.
This might be one of these series, Scott, where the road team wins every game. Because watch Toronto go back home and struggle. Because they're going to be so fired up for that game 6.
All the pressure will be on them. Yeah, all the pressure will then be on them. It'll flip.
Can you close it? It seems like Seattle are running out of arms a little bit subtly. This deep staff is getting exposed a little bit subtly.
Yeah. Toronto's got a runner on second base now as well. They're going to blow this thing open. I got a little nibble on the over 7.5. So you know what? At this point,
Yeah, I'm not there yet. So
Toronto.
let's get a couple of more runs. Exactly. Like I don't care who scored. The Mariners aren't out of this yet, so they're only down 4, but it feels like they're down more because the crowd's all down too. Playing at home can be negative sometimes. I'm telling you, it can backfire.
Jeez, they had a 2-0 lead in Game 3 and lost, and they had a 1-0, which isn't great, but a 1-0 lead here. It's not even like that. You could say, well, just it didn't happen for them. No, they had leads in both these games. So, all right. So Cincy kicks a field goal, 20-10.
20-10.
They're still laying 3.5. How's our boys doing? East Carolina, by the way, laid a big number today, 16.5 or so. They're up 14. Late third quarter against Tulsa.
I sort of thought they would cover, but I didn't have. It was one of those. I rarely stay away from any game, Scott, but I'm trying to get more discipline this week. I got carried away over the last couple of weeks. I think I got away from what I like to my plan, so to speak. Right. Bet on too many casual games, like what I mean. And I don't bet like $10. I don't bet like I'm betting. People are betting bigger than me. I'm not like I bet so big, but I got to pick my spots with the amount I bet. So. I sort of thought, man, it's a lot of points to lay, but then I was thinking, no, East Carolina is actually the player. We've seen the Pirates smoke inferior teams, right? So I ended up staying away. I think, it's one of those games where you got to admit, Scott, sometimes the odds makers did their job well. They scared me off of it. I thought it was an accurate number. Did you bet it?
I did. I was going to put it in a tease, but that was the only college game, and don't ask why, but I don't like to, I don't know why, but I don't like to mix and match
NFL and college teams.
That makes no sense. You might as well, but I did, so.
Looking for an edge in betting football? Injuries can make or break a game. Get insider knowledge from Dr. David Chow and the team of experts with Sick Picks at Sports Injury Central. We reveal hidden health-based advantages the sports books miss. Our doctors provide insights, and our algorithm tells you who to bet on. Spreads, props, totals, in-game bets, Sick Picks covers it all. Go to SickScore.com and sign up for Sick Picks and use the promo code SportsGrid for a free week today.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
It's the most beautiful time of the year. No, not because of foliage or pumpkin spice lattes. It's because of football. SportsGrid has you covered all season long, covering every snap, every score, and every line move. Prepare, watch, win. Weekends are for winners. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe. So checking out the football action and everything else that's going on. A little baseball, a little hockey as well. Football, Pittsburgh does have first and goal close to it anyway. If not, it's down 20-10. So we'll keep you updated on that. Same thing with baseball. It's 5-1. Toronto threatening again. That's turning into a real joke. Hockey, we got the 2-0 Kings. So that's looking good against Pittsburgh first. And then the Bruins in Vegas tied at once. We're getting some goals tonight.
Not Eichel, Scott. I was looking for you. Not a bad look. Eichel. Yeah, not Eichel. It's Dorofeev. Remember I brought up Dorofeev 2 nights ago, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's got like 6 goals now. He didn't score in the last game. He scored in 4 of their 5. How many games have they played? 4. So he's played in 3. He scored in 3 of their 4 games. Now make it 4 or 5. This is their 5th game. So yeah, Dorofeev, not a household name, has scored in 4 or 5 games this year. And he's in the plus 200 range too to score a goal. So yeah, we got an early 1-1 game in Vegas. Wow. You know, Scott, so that period goes over. I've lost more than I've won this week with my first period overs. I got it, like I call it like it is. And here's Carol, like who would have thought? Like LA Kings, Pittsburgh Penguins, 2 goals already. Boston, Vegas, 2 goals already. Carolina, Anaheim, scoreless.
Go figure, right? I still like the Ducks in that game. Boy, I'm looking at this Bruins team. You know, being a big Boston fan, and I'm looking for Pasternak, and I'm looking for, Marchand. And the weird thing is, like, they have, like, veteran players, like Victor Arvidsson, Sean Corrali, he's been around. Elias Lindholm's been around. They got guy, Zaka, but we got the Morgan Geekies of the world, who's actually a halfway decent player. But, I mean, man, I miss the old days. I really do.
The family is cheap.
But
the owners are cheap.
Yeah.
It was the Jacobs family, right? It's a problem.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to draft well because free agents don't want to play there. And it's too bad, too, because the Bruins sweater and the brand is a very well-respected. It's, Bobby Orr. And, like, kids grow up and, in Canada, they're a popular team, the Bruins. Whoever in whatever city, Scott, you want to be the contrarian jackass, you're a Bruin fan in Canada. Like Montreal, you want to be a jackass, you're a Bruin fan. Toronto, you want to stick out, you're a Bruin fan, like type thing. But thing is, the Bruins, as you would know, I don't know if you know, like the Bruins, their games are on in like Maine and stuff, right?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So they're a New England team.
They're New England.
Maine is right. Yeah, so Maine is right next to Nova Scotia in Canada and the Maritimes in Canada. So there's a ton of Bruin fans. Touchdown Steelers. Freiermuth this time. So another tight end, not DK Metcalf. I hear Pat Foster's cries in Master Control, even though his mic's not on. I can hear him. Son of a. Yeah, so both tight ends. But, yeah, so the Bruins are a popular team in Canada. Like, all the Bruin games are on TV. It's annoying. It annoys me. Because I get blacked out from, Montreal Canadiens game, but I get every freaking Boston Bruin game on TV. Bruins. It's like, not Nesson. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I see a lot of the Bruins, Scott. I have the game on now. Like, I can watch it if I want now, but I'm not. But they're a competitive team, but they're going to have to draft well. My point is, they ain't signing free agents because they're cheap, and free agents don't really want to play for the family because they know, they'll lowball them. Like, they stay in worse hotels. They just sort of get lowballed, all the way through if you play for the Bruins. They're cheap. It's a cheap organization.
Sounds like the Cincinnati Bengals of the NHL, which is too bad. Because great fan base, great history. I grew up on Esposito and Hodge and all those guys.
You saw with the Swayman contract, they went pulling. It was like pulling teeth, Scott. Like press conferences and drama. They just hate paying players, and so do the Red Sox.
Now
seems to be a Boston thing.
Yeah. Even with Big Papi,
and what do you think, just quickly, about that? You're a Red Sox. What do you think about Bregman hitting the market? Are they going to? They're going to he's got him by the balls. You lost Devers, so if you lose Bregman now, it's going to be a bad look.
You know what, Gabe? He played nice this year.
He was overpaid.
He did everything,
and he was injured.
Yeah, he only played half the time. He was injured. He's going to opt out of a contract that's going to pay him $30. No one wanted to pay him $30 million last year except the Red Sox. So I don't know what he exactly did this year that would make him opt out and think, okay, there's going to be even more teams that are going to pay me even more money.
I know,
what?
Scott,
Don't
because
let
I
the
bet
door hit you
over
in the ass.
19 and a half home runs, and he didn't get it. Screw him.
Yeah. Oh.
At some point this year, next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But
Yeah.
Tua goes out there, my kids love me, I'm rich, I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, like, dude, like, the Dolphins press conferences make it way worse. Like, if I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Snuggaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all three Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. So let's update the football stuff. So Pat Freiermuth, touchdown reception. Aaron Rodgers now with 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, 142 yards. Pittsburgh trails now 20-17. Cincinnati getting the ball back, obviously. 3rd and 4 already at their own 39-yard line with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Almost pick them. Cincinnati laying 1.5. Pittsburgh getting 1.5, obviously. Over-under is up to 51.5. So the 44.5 looks halfway decent. 37 the number right now. And they got it locked up there. So we'll see what's going on with that. Nothing baseball-wise. Bottom of the 6th inning, still 5-1. Seattle does have a runner on base with 1 out. Scherzer
They
is
just
pitching.
pulled Scherzer. They're
They
pulling
just-
him right
all right.
now. They just went to the hill. So Scherzer, and man, there's a lot of Blue Jay fans in the stands. If you guys see right now, standing up, and he's getting, it almost looks like a Toronto home game behind the dugout right now. He's getting a standing ovation. Mariner fans just looked like distraught in this press, Scott. They paid like $900 to get into the stadium. Like, got a bunch of jackasses from Canada next to you cheering for the Blue Jays. And they're louder than you. They're drunker than you. You know what I mean? And they're winning.
And
That's
they're
the
winning.
problem. You go to, you pay big money to a sporting event. It sucks when the team loses that you pay to go see.
Yeah. Seems like they probably gave him one guy, one batter. Go out there for the 6th, and we'll give you one guy to get on base because he got the first 2 out and he walked Polanco, and then they took him out.
Does
But
the
I
Blue
gotta
Jays
tell you-
bullpen screw this up now? Can the Blue Jay bullpen get it done? That's the question, right?
That's what I was going to say. Is that if I'm Seattle, I'm happy. I mean, listen, I never thought I was going to say that, but I'm
They
obviously
couldn't
not
hit Max
hitting
Scherzer.
him.
Yeah.
We're not hitting him, so we'll take our chance no matter who's out that bullpen.
Yeah.
Finishes with 5 strikeouts, 5 2/3 innings. His out total goes over 5 strikeouts. Did walk 4, 2 in the first inning though. That's the best chance they had, really, to get rattle him. He walked two guys, Raleigh and Rodriguez, first and second, one out, double play Polanco, and if they lose the game, that's where you're going to say, okay, that was that. That was our best chance anyway to get Scherzer. Let's put it that way. So,
big time performance from Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
And in fact, now, so just to add to the legend of Max Scherzer, most career strikeouts in Major League Baseball postseason history. Justin Verlander, 244. Really? Clayton Kershaw, 213. John Schmaltz, 199. Andy Pettitte, 183. Max Scherzer, 174. So Max Scherzer just sort of joined a nice little list of postseason pitchers' success there, as far as the strikeouts are concerned.
Yeah. Tied the Major League record as well. He becomes the 5th player to play for 6 different playoff teams, playing by pitching tonight. So he's bounced around the league a little bit, but he's wise enough to go wherever he goes. He's going to good teams. Won a World Series with Texas. You think about Max Scherzer, I think of Detroit and I think of LA, and yet he won a World Series with Washington and Texas.
Really, huh? I think of him as a Washington National and Detroit Tiger. And I'm a Dodger fan. Yeah. I don't know. He was a mercenary in the Dodgers. He was there. We didn't win with him, so he's not really part of Dodgers lore or anything like that. They didn't win the World Series that year, but he's a Hall of Famer. You can't dispute it, right? Yeah. He's a strange guy. Like he's not like the most he's not disliked, but he only fits in certain clubhouses. Like he's very competitive. He chirps from the dugout. He'll chirp his own teammates for not running hard. Like he's one of those type of dudes, right? And he's kind of a mercenary, like highest bidder. Like, you know what I mean? Good team, but highest bidder wins. And it's in his nature, though, and people kind of hold out against him. But at the same point in time, Scott, they also made him the head of the Major League Baseball Players Association, players rep. Because they knew. They were like, this guy's a shark. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, he's a shark. He's good at negotiating. So, like, he's one of the big reps for them. So he almost feels like some players, Scott, like for people out there, they feel their job is to more than win a championship, is to get paid as much as they can to bump salaries up for other people too. You know what I mean? Like that's your job in the union. Like basically, like Martin Brodeur, when he's on the New Jersey Devils, used to be hated by the union and the players because Marty used to give the Devils a hometown discount all the time. And they would say to him, listen, you're like one of the best, you and Pat are the best, you're the best goalie in the league. And you're only making $5.5 million when you could be getting $8 million from them. How the hell how's another goalie supposed to go and get the money?
Right.
When the team could say, hey, Martin Brodeur is better than you are, and he's only getting $5 million. Like it's their responsibility, Scott, to jack the contracts up,
Right. Scherzer, he is a Hall of Famer. His numbers aren't overwhelming. Good, but not overwhelming. 221 and 117. That split is really good. Nearly 100.
That's awesome,
well,
Scott.
over
That's
104 game split is really good. But
the win percentage is
300
awesome.
Wins. Yeah. ERA is really good, 3.22.
Yeah, but nobody's ever going to have 300 wins anymore. We have to redo that. What's the new barometer then? 250? 200? Yeah. Like, dude, you take pitchers out, you know what I mean? Like, the wins and losses aren't even respected by modern baseball people anymore.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Like,
it's so
nobody looks at a one-loss record, Scott, now. Like, when you and I grew up, it was like, oh, wow, look, he's 18-4. Oh, you know what I mean? Now, no one even respects that. They don't even care. No one talks about it. What's his whip? What's this? What's his that? What's his WAR? Yeah. Like, all that crap.
Like, not winning 20 games for a pitcher now will never be held against you. Never. Like, a lot of times it is when you start analyzing. Well, how many times did he win 20 games, though, right? Well, only once.
And in our day, you weren't a true ace unless you had you got to win 20 games to be an ace.
Yeah. So, but he didn't get along with Justin Verlander. Two guys you would think would be, maybe they were too similar. But when they were here in the Mets,
exactly. They're
just
both
like too much
clash. Like,
just didn't, not that they fought, but you could tell they just.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, Scherzer's a great pitcher, Scott. It's not a coincidence. How many teams has this guy been on? Not a coincidence.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, teams aren't like, we got to hang on to this guy, right? It's more, let's bring Scherzer in for a year, right?
One,
I'm going to look now. How many?
three, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. Arizona,
Exactly.
2,
How many teams?
Detroit, Washington.
How many teams Clayton Kershaw been on? 1.
Yeah, 1.
I mean, let's look and think some other great pitchers in the league. Who's the other great pitcher in the league now that's been around a while?
And these guys,
Not
the
many of them,
Verlanders of the world, are going to be, bouncing around.
Yeah, I guess so when you sort of get older. It's not too many like veteran star pitchers in the league.
Yeah, Zach Wheeler's been on only 2, but met some Phillies. Yeah, I'm looking through the lineup of teams here. I'm thinking veteran pitchers.
All right, like how about Gossman? He's like, pretty elite pitcher.
Yeah,
he hasn't been on a bunch of teams.
Yeah,
right. So I guess he has been. Let's see, so Gossman, was he on San Francisco and Toronto? Was there one in between? I don't think so.
Toronto. I think he's on some. Yeah, he must have been on someone else's team. He's bounced around a little bit, I think. Let me see.
No, there are 2 teams. But that's my point, though, of not being a bad guy. I'm not saying Scherzer's a bad guy, but as I stated, he's not the most loved guy in clubhouses. He just isn't.
And if you're a mercenary and you're signing nothing but 1-year contracts rather than saying, all right, give me a 3-year deal and I want to know where the heck I'm going to be, then that's what's going to happen. So
he's like the Gardner Johnson guy in the NFL. He's been on a million teams. Gardner Johnson's only good on a good team. Max Scherzer, same thing. If everything's going well, Scherzer's going to be in the war with you. But if things start to go bad, he'll be looking at his contract and be like, all right, where am I going to go next year? I'm out of here. I'm not going to be here next year with you guys. That's how the Dodgers felt. They felt that he was he wasn't all in with them. He was more worried about his arm and his free agency after.
Touchdown Bungles. Who was it too? Noah Fant. Might not even play tonight.
Tight end Central.
Yeah.
At some point next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But Tua goes out there, my kids love me. I'm rich. I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, dude, the Dolphins press conferences make it way worse. If I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Knockaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the Grid. We got points and scores all over the place. First up,
Commercial
Cincinnati
break
touchdown
again.
pass. Yeah, commercial break again.
Always, all night. Have we had one on the air, Scott? We had a couple of runs, I guess, on the air, but
A couple of runs.
we missed home runs. We missed touchdowns. Vladimir Guerrero just went deep. Home run, Vlad.
It's every week, too.
6-2.
We got to change our clock. We just got to change our commercial clock. It's got to be, at least for football season. So, yeah, the Mariners, they score a run. They make it to 5-2. Feel a little good, and then boom, next inning, top of the seventh inning home run. They give it right back, Vlad Guerrero. So 6-2 now, with nobody out or one out for the Blue Jays. So. We'll talk a little football with a good buddy here as we check out what's going on with Tom Vecchio, SportsGrid host. See it here all the time here on the Grid. What's going on, Tom? We got the craziness between the baseball, the football. Got a little hockey going on here. Pittsburgh's got first and goal, down 10. This Bengal defense is just god-awful. But what are your thoughts on Cincinnati and Pittsburgh with Cincy leading at 27-17?
Yeah, a little surprised to see Cincinnati scoring this much. I know it was a very rational decision to take the 5.5 with the Bengals, a divisional matchup, short week, et cetera, et cetera. I am on the under this, or I should say I was on the under for this. The way things have been trending, that's not looking great right now. So, again, a little more scoring than I anticipated. It is nice to see Flacco be competent because Jake Browning was terrible, and at least we were getting some prop viability when it comes to Chase and Higgins. And we just have a touchdown from Darnell Washington to put one over for the Steelers.
Wow. God, man. What was the tight end parlay tonight? Holy crap.
So
Washington, Freiermuth, Jono Smith.
And a fan scored one for the Bengals.
Unbelievable.
And as well.
4 tight end touchdowns tonight.
So I did have one.
And you know what, Tom? I gave people Jono Smith before the game, 3:30. And I said, don't be scared because he's technically whatever because of Washington. We see the secondary and 2 tight ends score often, right? The Buffalo Bills, it could be Knox, it could be Kincaid, it could be Freiermuth, it could be Jono Smith. And as we see, it could be Darnell Washington right there. So people get scared off like, because they're not the primary. Like, Jono Smith tonight was plus 330. It was a crazy good price. He scored right away, but they went to all 3 tight ends tonight. And once again, the Metcalf touchdown scores are crying.
Right. I have Washington for the FanDuel TD jackpot, so I would not hate if this was the last touchdown of the game. That would be great. But the Steelers, they're missing Calvin Austin. And when you look at the offense outside of DK and Jalen Warren, they don't really have an established wide receiver. And then if you look at the matchup against the Bengals, they are terrible versus tight ends in both yards and touchdowns allowed. So it's just a very normal play to look to Freiermuth, Jono Smith, and now Washington.
This guy Washington's as big as a house. I mean, what is he doing as a? Oh my goodness! I mean, this guy should be an offensive.
I would give it to him.
Yeah,
I would give it to him in short yardage situations, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, just this guy weighs 250 pounds easily, right? More than that, probably 260.
You're saying 300. You're saying 300 plus.
Yeah,
300 plus. We saw.
Yeah,
he's like an offensive lineman. We saw the Eagles do it. I thought it was very creative, where they had Dallas Goedert sort of run it in, and from like a fullback set. And it crossed my mind, especially as a Buffalo Bill fan, guys, to see the Bills struggle as much as we do in short yardage situations. I'm like, why not give it to Dawson Knox? Like, seriously, give it to the freaking tight end. The guys are big. Why not give it to them?
Yeah.
They don't think that way. They'd rather hand the ball off 6 yards deep in the backfield or do it with their quarterback so the quarterback can get killed.
Jackass offensive coordinators with their playbook.
Yeah. All right, so we got 27-24. So obviously you're under his shot. Cincinnati gets the ball, 11 minutes left. Cincy's still favored, laying 2.5. Over under is 61.5. So if you didn't have a dog in the fight, where would you go now?
Frankly, at this point, if you are, you would want to see them control the clock. So the under is the play, but I'm seeing it juiced at minus 162, at least on FanDuel, and the minus 2.5 on the spread is also juiced at minus 148. That's where I would look in some capacity. I wouldn't be laying those prices at minus 162 or 48, but you would like the Bengals just to run the ball and really control the clock and bleed it down. Take 6 minutes off on a drive. Even if you have to settle for a field goal, that's fine, but it does put you in a spot to win. I would play the under if anything, but find the best price, not minus 162.
Nothing but winners, Wetzel. We cashed in when Brady was on with us. We said, let's go over 49.5. We're already at 51 right now. Yeah. The only downfall is I got 150 to 1 bet, 150 to 1 odds that the Bengals win 27-24. I had the sort of right frame of mind, but there's 11 minutes left, so there's no way in hell this is happening.
You got a shot, though. I mean, listen, obviously, right? But I think we're going to get some points as well. How about we've been following Jamar Chase, Tom? Yeah. He's got 12 receptions now. We've been hitting him the whole game.
I have him over 13.5.
Yeah,
we already hit the over. We hit the touchdown. We hit the over 9.5 in game, Tom, already.
Yeah.
Then we got 10.5. Then we bet over 13.5. I think he gets another 2 more here.
Yeah, his prop coming in was 6.5. I saw it juiced a little bit at minus 130. But, when this trade first went down, I did game time decisions with Kevin Walsh. And, he asked me, like, what were my expectations or what am I initially thinking, after Flacco gets traded? And I said to him pretty specifically, like, we're going to see a very condensed target share for the Bengals. And it's kind of opposite of what the Bills have. The Bills have like 5 guys over a 12% target share and no one above 20. We're going to see Chase at a 33% target share, Higgins at like 25, and then is this Noah Fant with a catch and run for about 20 or 30 yards. It's just going to be who's ever left. Yoshi Voss, Fant, Gesicki's now on IR, and then, of course, Chase Brown coming in the backfield. But we're going to see a very condensed target share. So for a player who's going to have a 33% target share and his prop is 6.5, that's just wrong. It should be 7.5. Maybe get plus one on the over, but it should not be 6.5.
Yeah. It's I tell you what, I think they're just going to come out throwing. I think Cincinnati's going to play the rest of this game like they're trailing. They've had success running
the ball. They just did, Scott. Big play, pass play right now. They just dumped it off, and it turned into about a 20. Hey, we've already won our Flacco over passing yard prop too, Scott. He's got over.
At some point this year, next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But Tua goes out there, my kids love me. I'm rich. I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, like, dude, like the Dolphins press conference is making it way worse. Like, if I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Snuggaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circa Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the Grid. No defense in Pittsburgh or in Cincinnati. Not tonight. 27-24. Talk with Tom Vecchio here. Cincy has got the ball and they're driving. They're at the Pittsburgh now 17-yard line. Just like that, right down the field. This Steeler defense is so bad. Wow. All right, Tom. So we got it now at the Pittsburgh's 17. You're thinking they got to kick at least a field goal here, right? I don't know about any more unders. I don't know if I'd be playing any more unders in this game. But
we got to be looking at Pittsburgh props now, guys. Cincinnati's about to score, so we got to be looking at Pittsburgh offensive props right now. Aaron Rodgers is 233.5 now. I'm already on Rodgers, so I'm not going to bet that one again. But he is 233.5. He's a 176. So let's look at the receivers. Receiving yards. Metcalf is at 50. I already have him at over 65.5. It's 61.5 right now. Warren's at 36.5, and he's got 31 now. Jonnu Smith's at 28. His prop is 30.5, so will he catch another ball? Freiermuth, same thing. How about this one, guys? Freiermuth is at 38 yards. It's 38.5, plus 175 to the over. We're getting plus 175 if Freiermuth catches one more ball. I got to do this one.
I would be most interested in Warren and then Metcalf. I see, at least on FanDuel, Freiermuth and Washington, their yardage props are locked right now. Jonnu is up at 28.5. He has 28. But DK and Warren are the two most interesting to me. Warren's had an unbelievable game. The fact that his rushing prop was sitting at, 49 or whatever it was, and he's at 121 is insane. This was a clear spot for Warren to control things. Now, obviously, the interceptions have kind of worked against the Steelers, but it was a Warren game start to finish tonight.
How about this one? Jamar Chase. Sorry, Scott. Jamar Chase is at 126 right now. His prop is 129.5. Still 7 minutes.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's weird. They would be running the ball.
I'm jumping in. I'm going in again. It's a Jamar Chase night. I got it in.
Yeah, it comes down to the fact that they're kicking a field goal right now. It would be a long Pittsburgh drive, and then if Cincinnati gets it back, or when Cincinnati gets it back, it's just strictly running plays for clock management and bleeding it down. Therefore, they just simply don't pass it. But if they do pass it, it is almost certainly going to Chase, given the fact that he has 19 targets, and the next player is Higgins at 9.
Yeah,
it's too bad it's at 6 right now instead of 7. It's 30 and 20. It's 30 to 24 now. So, the overtime's taken out of play here unless there's a missed extra point. But who are you looking at now, Scott?
Chase Brown? I like Chase Brown numbers. Listen, even if Pittsburgh scores a touchdown and takes the 1-point lead, he can get 5 yards. They're giving you 110.5 on FanDuel. He's got 106.
I got 109.5. That's like one carry. You're right. Can he get 4 yards?
First and 5, they hand the ball off. I mean, I could definitely see that happening. You got 7 minutes left to go in the game. Even if they got 3 minutes left to go in the game and they're down, you could still always.
Hey, crazy things can happen. You never know. I mean, Rodgers could throw an interception on the first play and Jamar Chase can score a touchdown again, right? I mean, so I'm still there's still under there's a little under 7 minutes left. I'm still counting on some craziness in this game and a couple of possessions.
Yeah. Right. And this is far from over. With 7 minutes, multiple timeouts, the 2-minute warning. They're playing down.
Pittsburgh could score, Tom, and then Cincinnati might need a late drive after, too. That's another option that could happen scenario.
True. What are that's a good point. What are Flacco's passing props? Because Flacco is at 300 even that I'm seeing on FanDuel is at 281. If Pittsburgh scores, Flacco's 100% going over 300. Which would be
Pittsburgh scores, guys. All these props are gold right now. If the Bengals are down by and they have the ball with a minute and a half or two, we're gonna be. That's the gamble, right? How does this next drive go? How quickly does it happen?
Right, because if they do score, the fact that Chase is at 128 right now and his prop is sitting at 130.5, he would go to 150. He could have 20 plus yards on the following drive for the Bengals, and 20 yards is nothing for Chase at this point. He's been slicing them apart all night.
Yeah. I mean, he can get that even if they don't score. So, just because they need to throw on one of the downs, and he could, take it 15, 20 yards. So, all right, so 30-24.
Yep. We're coming up against the break right now. One quick thing. This weekend, Rashee Rice to catch a pass on the first drive for the Chiefs. That market is not posted yet, but it will be his first game back. That'll be a market I will be all over. Once I find it posted, I'll tweet it out. But they're going to throw it to him. He just needs to catch it.
Rice on the first possession. Not bad. Good little hunch bet there. I like that. Tom, good job, man. We'll do it again soon. Thanks.
At some point this year, next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But Tua goes out there, my kids love me. I'm rich. I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, dude, the Dolphins press conferences make it way worse. If I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Snuggaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all three Circa Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the Grid. What do we got here? 8-2, by the way, Blue Jays. They scored some more runs.
Yeah, that's right.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
8-2, Scott. But what do you think of this? The Steelers look like they're punting here from midfield. So just like that, we took the Cincinnati props of Jamar Chase, over the Chase Brown you were talking about, both of them. They could both hit right now. Let's see if it's still up right now. They froze the Bengals side. Because now the Bengals get the ball back. There's still a lot of time. There's 5 minutes. They can't nurse it for 5 minutes. And another thing is, Scott, they can't run the ball well in the first place, this team. So I wouldn't be surprised, if they want to ice the game, there's a couple of throws here still.
How about
there's going to be at least one. Let's say they run the ball twice. Right. So they're going to throw to Chase on the third down, right? Yeah. That's the way I'm thinking here. But would you where were they? On the 48, 47? There's,
4th and 4.
I don't hate the call. It's too early to be going for it. You're down by 6. Yeah. Field goal would ice you, Scott. You give them the field goal range there. You're down by 9. You got to punt the ball.
Yeah. That's if they were down,
I would have liked better play calls on third down, 4. Though. If I was them.
If they were down 3 or 4 and you could give up a field goal and still be down a touchdown.
Then you do it. Then you do it.
You're right. I
so Rodgers has been stuck, bro. Rodgers is stuck at 176. He's not going to get there for us.
No. They've run – I don't get it, Gabe. I mean, they've run 19 times right throughout the one Rodgers 6-yard scramble, but it in there for whatever. They've run 20 times for 147 yards. They're averaging over 7 yards a carry, Pittsburgh. Nearly
So
7
why not
and a
just
half,
run the rock on
7.4.
every play?
What are you doing? You're throwing 30 times. Now, I just hit my Aaron Rodgers over 29 and a half attempts prop, so I'm happy about that.
No, it's a good point.
What
Look
are
at
you
that.
doing?
Like Rodgers is thrown 30 times and only has 176 yards. You ran for 20 times 147. If you would run the ball 30 times, you'd be at like 240 yards rushing right now, and you'd probably be winning.
Yeah.
And keeping Cincinnati's offense off the field that you can't stop.
And you've never been down 2 scores. Like you're all of a sudden you're – well, actually, they were. They were down to 17-7, I think, at one point. But
Yeah, they were down by 10.
It was a one, it's been a close game. You know, like there's no reason for you to get out of your game plan, point being. So I don't understand why you're finally having success running the ball against a god-awful Bungles defense, and you want to force feed it with Aaron Rodgers, who's, dinking and dunking. All right, we'll see. But
so
Chase is up to 14 receptions now for 128 yards. So you got
that
your
was
over
sweet, bro.
13.5.
I cashed them. That was a nice price, plus 130. So we hit the 10.5. That was like plus 105 or so, and then but that one. I would have liked a Freiermuth. I sprinkled on a little Freiermuth, basically at over 38.5 at plus 175. So one more catch for Freiermuth. But we should look at the Pittsburgh props again, guys.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get the ball back, and they're going to have no effing choice but to move the ball down the field.
Right. And any kind of luck, they'll be down 2 scores, and then we can hit a Rodgers over. His number now is 210.5. Ooh. What do you got?
Look at this. So we bet the Chase. We were like, all right, Chase will get. I've got in on Chase again. He'll get 2 more yards. Scott, they threw to him on first down, like down the seam, down the sideline, but he dropped it.
Dropped the ball. Oh, I got 15. I need one more reception, too. I got him at 15 when they posted
they'll probably go back
ago.
to him since he dropped it.
Yeah.
Right? They'll be like, all right, he won't drop the next one. And they just put himself in a weird spot. They didn't stop the clock, and they threw on first down.
Right. They know their defense stinks. There's no running up the clock here.
That's why Tom was like, no, they'll run the ball. I'm like, they're the Bengals.
Yeah.
They can't run the clock. Like,
yeah.
Well, they just caught everyone off guard. Excellent play call. Nobody saw this coming. Holy. A design run with Joe Flacco.
Wow. His number was a half today, Gabe. A half.
Wow.
Not even 1 yard.
He just got about 15 of them, man.
Wow, how funny
I
is
love
that?
those props. I wish you would have brought that up earlier. I told you that earlier in the year. I said, man, I love those Jared Goff, Matt Stafford 0.5 props where they just got to fall forward. You know what I mean? Like
it was
0.5 Flacco. Look at that. He just what did he get on that? Let's see. Looked like 14, 15 type thing. Joe Flacco, long rush. Yeah, 14 yards.
Wow. How about that?
No, so that was a 12-yard rush. So he's got two rushes, 14 yards. That was a 12-yarder.
A 12-yarder. That's great. The best thing about those, as we say all the time, in the NFL, unlike in college, the sacks don't count, against it. College it does. NFL it doesn't. So he can get sacked 12,000 times.
Yeah.
If he scrambles for 5 yards, he's rushing for 5 yards.
The only thing it does you in is the knee.
So,
the knee at the end. That's the only thing.
That's the thing. Yeah. Well, he's got
They just threw to Chase again, but incomplete again. Damn.
Yeah. What
They're trying.
The ball, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're definitely trying for us here.
And you know what? Chase Brown has had a good night tonight. I said he can't run the ball. He hasn't had a great year, and their line sucks, but he does. He's had a great night tonight. 10 carries, 106 yards. It was aided and abetted by a 37-yarder. The numbers.
He's on my fantasy team. I was hoping he scored at least one time. I don't think he scored. This year he might have 1 touchdown, but it's not been like last year. He was terrific. 2 years ago was even better. 1 touchdown.
The Bengals.
Yeah. That's it.
The Bengals are bungling, Scott. Like, you and I want the prop and stuff, but why they keep trying to throw the football is kind of like, okay, they just got sacked now. So, like, they're almost like just inviting Pittsburgh to, like, win the game 31-30.
On a night in which they are having success running the ball. Again, they're averaging over 8 yards a
Yeah, if there's ever a time now, just give it to Chase Brown 3 times in a row and suck my prop. I don't, you know what I mean? It's like, I'll bitch here, but, like, if I'm the Bengals, I'll be like, just run the effing ball, guys. Run the ball.
Yeah. I mean,
now they run it, Scott, on 3rd and 18. Great call, Coach.
Yeah.
Like, after you just did a great job with Flacco, you go right back to, like, dumbass calls. You're running a draw play on 3rd and 18 now? What's the point now? You might as well have just thrown a bomb and hope for a pass interference penalty.
Jeez. Even if you want to keep the clock rolling, then you call a screen. At least the screen has the possibility of opening up maybe a 20-yard gain. But
Look at the play they did. It just got blown up right away. It's like, all right, you just get a 4th and 17. Like, you wasted the Flacco run. And they're punting from their goal line. The guy's on the goal line right now.
How the hell
Pittsburgh's going to have half the field to work with.
Only the Bungles. I was going to bring up a discussion.
I know. Like Zach Taylor, bro. You got the game on a platter, bro. Like, you got a 6-point lead, 4 minutes left. You've got the ball, and your running back has 106 yards on 10 carries. Give him the ball. And tell Flacco, great game. We're going with the running back from here on out. Great job, Joe. It's like a relief pitcher. Great job, Joe. We're going with the run game from here on out.
You win this game, Gabe. You know what they got next? They got the Jets at home next. Then after that, they
can play themselves back into this crap-ass division.
Yeah. I mean, they could be literally 5-4 heading into the break, and then maybe they get Joey
if they
back.
blow this, you're right. The what-ifs are going to be massive here. Like,
I mean,
I thought about that earlier, too. I was like, if they win this game, they're actually kind of in this division, like the way things are going. Baltimore, I mean, they're 4-2. They'd have a tiebreaker here, like against Pittsburgh, and they'd be feeling good about themselves. But do you think they blow it? Does Rodgers pull off Rodgers doesn't have a lot of comebacks in his career, guys. He doesn't. But he does on prime time. So it's like a legend that shouldn't be true, but it is. They just threw to Darnell Washington on first down. And do you think the Steelers come back and win here? Do you think he pulls off a drive?
Yeah. You know what? He failed so many times last year in spots like this with the Jets. So many. 5 or 6. But it's the Bengals.
You're right. 4 and outs and stuff even. Missed passes. You're right,
He's got to do it. Tonight against the Bengals, he's going to do it.
I don't know. I get the feeling he won't. I'm going to say he throws a pick or they're going to stop him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them score a touchdown and then mix the extra point.
Then miss the extra point. That would be Bengals-like, not Steelers-like. The Bengals would do that.
Roman Wilson, Michigan Wolverine with the catch. Oh, but there's a flag on the play.
Something bad happened.
It's on Pittsburgh. It's on Pittsburgh.
At some point this year, next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But Tua goes out there, my kids love me. I'm rich. I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, the Dolphins press conferences make it way worse. Like, if I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Knockaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back. You know the drill. In commercial, touchdown.
Again, of
Unfortunately, not
course.
Seattle. Yeah, of course. Not Seattle runs, unfortunately, but touchdown Pittsburgh game, just like the 70
Another
yard
tight end.
63.
Freiermuth.
69. Yeah. Freiermuth again.
Freiermuth. Another
Wide
tight end
open.
touchdown. Remember, guys, I said Freiermuth over under 38.5 plus 175. I said I got confidence he'll catch one more ball. I didn't think he was going to catch a 58-yard touchdown pass or whatever it was. But
68.
with that play, guys, Aaron Rodgers goes over, we said earlier, I don't think we're going to get there. He's a 176. And I was thinking, man, we're going to need like 70 yards or something. That bomb got us there. It's over. He's at 244 right now.
Yeah. How about that?
And now Cincinnati's back in play. This is crazy.
Yeah. And
now this is a good time for my long field goal on the way out here. Let's get a long field goal over 50.5 for the win here.
That's right. Now the game's picked.
33-31 would be the final score. Didn't predict that.
Well, they offering any props here? They are. Flacco, no, they got it locked. They got the numbers up, but they don't have any bets available. So the Cincinnati come back. 2 minutes left.
There's another catch for Chase. There's another catch for Chase.
15. There's the 15. Gave that one out. Plus money. You knew it. I don't know what his numbers will be next week. 8.5.
He's wide open, too. Like, for the Steelers. Like, they're going to Jamar Chase. It's amazing to me. He's open. It's like, guys.
I mean, like, that was good
2-minute
before,
warning.
but you can't let them get into field goal range here, Pittsburgh. I mean, how do you let a guy have 15 receptions? And you're supposed to be a good coach. If this was any other head coach, he would get. If they lose this game, I don't know what they'll say. But if it was any other coach, they would be killing him, killing Mike Tomlin.
You know what? We're just looking. I'm like, how many props do we have left here? Like, there's so many. I just hit another one that I took Jamar Chase. You hit the 14.5. I hit the 10.5, 13.5. I took Jamar Chase. I said, he's going to get the ball again. I remember my words. I said, crazy things going to happen in this game.
Right.
Boom, here we are. Jamar Chase, Scott, I took over 129.5 passing yards. He's at 143. So we hit that. We got a Jonnu Smith over 4.5 catches. He's only at 3. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the pregame Aaron Rodgers. I don't have the in-game Aaron Rodgers. I got a 247.5 for Rodgers. He's at 244.
Ooh.
I celebrated too early on that. And I got T. Higgins over 4.5 catches at the half. That hit as well. Son of a, I thought I had a lower number. You bet it in game, right? I guess this was my When did I bet this? Why do I have such a bad number, man? Son of a.
Yeah.
He's at 244.
Quite a bit. We talked about it several times. The one I have alive is Chase Brown, 110.5. I need a 5-yard run out of him somewhere along the line.
The way this game is going, maybe Pittsburgh get the ball back with like 30 seconds left or something.
They have
and Zach Taylor, he won't be good at killing the clock either, Scott. They'll screw this up somehow, the Bengals.
Yeah. Where do they have the ball now? Let's see. They got it at their own 45-yard line. So what do you need?
McPherson's a good kicker.
McPherson's pretty good.
Weather's not a factor tonight. Doesn't seem to be windy or doesn't seem to be weather not a factor.
Yeah.
I think McPherson from 55 in can make it. 55 and pass is a little shaky.
Get to the
even
Pittsburgh
53
35.
with him, I'd say is little.
Yeah, so 20 yards.
Let me see what a season long is this year. He is a pretty good kicker, but he's missed. Yeah. He's hit or miss, though.
Yeah. The way they've been throwing the ball, they need 20 yards. I'm surprised both quarterbacks, especially Flacco, doesn't have at least 300 yards passing. They both went over their completion. Well, Flacco went over his completion at attempts, 29-45. Rodgers, his passing attempts was 29.5. He's got 22 completions. His completion might have been like 21.5, 22.5. I don't remember. Well, I know I did play the over 29.5.
Oh, boy.
So we hit that one too.
McPherson's got one of 3 this year from 50 yards or out.
Oops.
That's his
What was
numbers.
he last year? Put 2024 in there. Let's see what do we have from last year. I thought he was halfway decent. Let me see. Splits.
Let's see. 2024.
Yeah.
Let's see. 2020. 3 is 7. 3 of 7.
1 of 3 at home. Yikes.
Telling you, man,
He
since this kid went to that stupid halftime show. Like, remember as a rookie, he was nailing kicks, this guy. Like, he's gotten worse. Like, he's gotten shadier. But they got pretty good field goal range now. There's Chase Brown for a couple.
I'll tell you what.
We picked up about 3 there.
From 40 yards and out last year, he was 6 and 12. They need to get.
He's lucky he still has a job.
Yeah, they need.
Jake Moody got cut for worse in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's.
So here's 7 of 12, 58% on lead-changing field goal attempts in the last minutes, but that's not distance. That's not even a great record there, Scott. 7 of 12.
Yeah.
7 of 12 with the game on the line. Remember I told the story when the Bills played, I was like, wow, Matt Prater was 23-1 with games on the line. I was like, that's pretty impressive. Like 24 times in Matt Prater's career, he got an opportunity to kick to win the game. He's only missed once. Pretty impressive number. You look at McPherson. This guy's missed 5 times last year, essentially.
Yeesh. That's brutal.
Let's see where are they at now. They're on the 35-yard line now. Steelers still have 2 timeouts. It's second down. Oh, my God. Oh, T. Higgins is like, there's a smart play. Guys, T. Higgins could have scored a touchdown. He just took a knee. Son of a, I want more props, points.
Don't do that. Chase,
they could have scored. Look at this. He could have scored a touchdown. Look, he could have scored. I'm like, oh, my God, he's going to score. And he slid down. They have 2 timeouts, though.
3. Pittsburgh's got 3.
They haven't used one? I think they have 2. I could be wrong. I often read the little dumb timeout graphic wrong, but I think they have 2.
TV says 3.
Oh, down to 1 now. They're down to 1 now only.
Oh, okay.
That's the game.
Okay, yeah, I'll behind you.
Yeah, since he can kick a chip shot field goal, they can play the clock game now.
If the kid can make the field goal. Well, we hit the Cincy plus the points. We're going to hit our
They're
teaser
on the
with that
5-yard line.
I mean, you can't miss that, right? You would think.
At some point this year, next year, states are going to ask for Kalshi to be taxed. And I think they're going to have to pay taxes if they continue to operate in this space. Specifically, the state of Pennsylvania is looking and saying, hey, our sports books are paying us tax money every month to do the same thing you guys are doing.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I apologize to our fans. We need to do better. That's all you need to say, Scott, right? But Tua goes out there, my kids love me. I'm rich. I don't care. You got your dumbass coach coming out here, and we play to win. You got to win the game, and you got to win. And, like, dude, like, the Dolphins press conferences make it way worse. Like, if I was a Dolphin fan, I just want to punch these guys in the face.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
This one's for you, Tommy Reynolds. I know you're a Rochester Americans guy, but the big team, the Buffalo Sabres, at home against the listless Rangers. Can we get plus 102? We can in overtime. Knockaroo does it again. Buffalo over the Rangers.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day. So here we go. They could have had. I don't get this game. They have it 1st and goal to 5 instead of like just going forward for a yard and making the field goal even easier. Flacco takes a knee 3 yards deep on 1st down. Then it takes a knee 5 yards deeper on 2nd down.
Yeah.
And now
they were trying to kill the clock.
It was a 35-yard field goal.
They were trying to kill the clock, and I actually think I kidded before. I was like, "Oh, too close," but they were too close. The depth isn't good. Like it's easily, you know what I mean? You got to get it up. It's more blockable. But
yeah,
you're right. I guarantee you, this is where he told them I want it. Right? When you're that close, it's easier blocked. So I wouldn't want to turn it into a 35-yard either. I'd make it like a 23-yarder sort of chip shot here. But you better not miss now because the kicker told him that's where I want it.
I mean, I don't get it. You could have scored a touchdown for goodness sakes at that point. And now you're looking at
he's kicking from the 25-yard line.
Field goal.
Yeah, 36-yarder to be official. It's an extra point essentially.
Point. And how many times have we seen extra points missed? They had it at the 5. You had it at a 22-yard field goal chip shot. You and I could hit that. Instead, they take it all the way back.
He does make
an extra point. Okay.
They leave 7 seconds. So basically, unless there's a band that's going to run on the field here, Pittsburgh is going to be screwed here on the last play, unless we have a Stanford Cal type play.
All right. So they had to. So it's not like they left 7 seconds on purpose. I'm looking at I'm obviously behind you. So 4th down. So there were 11 seconds left. They had to call a timeout. So you got 7 seconds left. If you're Cincinnati, do you kick the ball deep out of the end zone, give it to Pittsburgh at the 35?
No, I squib it. I squib it and let one of the Steelers return it and waste a bunch of clock and do nothing with it.
Yeah. Remember, it's got to go inside the 25-yard line, though. You can't just, pooch it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, they practice sort of the bouncing kick. You know what I'm saying? Not like just a pure sort of the line drive, I guess I should say, instead of a line drive type kick.
We saw the goofy Arizona kicker a couple weeks ago. Yeah. When Arizona they didn't get it far enough and gave Pittsburgh or gave Seattle the ball at the 40. You get Pittsburgh the ball at the 40 with 7 seconds left.
I think it was a call. I was watching it was a college game the other day. Somebody onside kicked it and drilled it off the shoulder pads of somebody. I was like, that's what you got to do. I don't know why teams don't do that more. He just lined it up. And like college, you can still do the old-fashioned onside kick. But so, they got 7. They kicked it out of bounds, Scott. It's a stupid move.
That's what I mean. Now you
doesn't take any time off the clock. Doesn't take any time off the clock.
And now they get at the 40. Can you get 10
They don't have any
timeouts
though, so hard for them to throw it over. They're gonna have, what you got to do here, you throw it to midfield, get out of bounds, and try to hit a miracle field goal on the way out.
Yeah, I need a miracle 2-run homer. Bottom of the 9th, 8-2. Game is over. I do have a runner on base with 1 out. Can Eugenio Suarez hit a meaningless, worthless, garbage 2-run homer? Yeah. He just made an out. Now I'm down to Canzone. I can't believe they didn't get 4 runs tonight. I can't believe it. So
Pittsburgh throws a quick out. It took 4 seconds to pick up 2 yards. It was a waste of time. So they got 3 seconds left, and they can throw a Hail Mary here. They've got no choice.
I mean, I get the idea, but you need more than that. You got to pick up at least 10 yards there. I don't know if Rodgers at this point can reach the end zone. That's a
let's see.
70-yard pass.
We're going to see now. He's throwing from his own 40 right now. He's throwing from his 40. So it'll be 60 yards, and he drops back from his own. Let's see. He's going to throw it from his own 30. So he throws it from his own 30. Oh, he's got an arm. It made it to the end zone. He just threw it 70 yards in the air. It made it to the end zone, but it was batted down.
Incomplete. There you
Bengals win 33-31.
How about that? He's had so many Hail Marys that I was really thinking that maybe he was going to do it. So
and it was the Bengals too. I'm like, this is the Bengals.
Yeah. So That'll do it for us. Boy, that was a good show. We got it in. 33-31 is the final there. Baseball game is going to end, no doubt, 8-2. So, yeah.
Louisville, Miami. We got the Dodgers and the Brewers deciding game. Belichick's job and all the North Carolina stuff. They're going to play Cal tomorrow night.
Yeah. Hope you guys can join us. 8 o'clock opposite picks tomorrow night as well. How about that?